it is time for the next spicy run, which is Resident Evil 3 Remake by Adessario. So sit tight, and I hope you guys brought popcorn, because it's gonna be a fun one. Addis, take it away.
Thank you so much. Alright, hello everybody. This will be Resident Evil 3 Remake, hardcore difficulty, no damage. And I have Shiny Pockets here, will be helping me commentating this run.
Howdy.
Alright, so we're gonna start when I choose the... Wait, what? Oh shit. Okay, ignore that. That doesn't matter. Alright, so we start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Resident Evil 3 Remake has 5 different difficulties. Hardcore is the first difficulty of the game, and of course we're gonna skip all the cutscenes, and this is the infamous intro that nobody likes. Because there's literally nothing to do, like just walking and trigger some cutscenes. Like right here, the game shows you how Jill has some kind of PTSD from Resident Evil 1. Like she believes she's gonna become a zombie. So at the beginning of the game you think that the game will be on first person, but then the game gives you the third person perspective.
Who could that be?
Right here I'm just gonna move the camera in order to have the forward directly after the cutscene. And Nemesis is right now chasing us. Nemesis is a tyrant.
Gotta get out of here.
Like the perfect tyrant, you can say it. That is gonna be chasing all the STARS members in Raccoon City. And the only 2 STARS members that are left in Raccoon City are Jill and Brad. Because Chris is on vacation in Europe.
Chris is on vacation in Code Veronica.
Yeah, right. So, something about the lore. Oh shit, I messed up. Is Chris right now? It's in Europe because after Resident Evil 1, all the Resident Evil 1 things that happened in the Arkell Mountains, Jill and Chris and Barry go to the Chief Irons and tell him that Umbrella was making these kind of things with people and the T-Virus. But because the Chief Irons is a really bad person, of course he knows what Umbrella is doing, but he doesn't want to tell that to all the people. So he's covering all that stuff, and it's not like giving Jill and Chris, are the other STARS members, like confidence, you know. So in order for Jill and Chris to uncover Umbrella's secrets, they are like doing their things on their own. Right here it's very important to turn to the left and avoid those zombies, because those zombies can grab you and those zombies will instantly kill you. They won't just inflict the damage.
Yeah, it's also worth noting that on hardcore, I believe it's hardcore and every mode above hardcore, all the zombies are capable of double lunging. Nice.
Yeah.
See, Ares knows that tech, where you can cancel getting staggered by that. Very cool.
Yeah, so on hardcore difficulty, there's no... In Nightmare and Inferno, there's a zombie right there that can grab you easily. But on hardcore, it's like on the intro, there's nothing really dangerous to be worried about.
Sir, are you alright?
So as I was saying about the lore, Chris is like trying to uncover Umbrella's secrets in Europe, because they know there's another laboratory, like big laboratory in Europe. And those things happen in Code Veronica with Chris. And Jill is still in Raccoon City because they like tell each other that Jill will stay here in just like if something happens, but then everything goes to hell in Raccoon City, you know. But anyway, right here there will be 2 zombies that can be a little dangerous. And this is kind of RNG, because the first zombie, if you skip the cutscene so fast, he will like stand up right there. You have to dodge him, but then you are good to go.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of scenes in this game in particular. It's also a little bit true of RE2 and sometimes RE8, but there's a lot of scenes where there's kind of a benefit to not skipping the cutscene, or at least not skipping it immediately.
Yeah, right. And this is some kind of QT part of the game. Thankfully, this is the only one in the game. This is Nemesis, by the way. He's not showing his face right now because he's covered on like some kind of black back. Very funny. Right now will appear one of the best characters in my opinion, that is Carlos Oliveira, that will help Jill from Nemesis. And Carlos is a UPCS soldier, like some kind of mercenaries that Umbrella hire in order
Hey, what do you know about that monster?
to clean their messes, you know.
But it's no zombie. It knows what it wants and won't
So
stop
right
till
here
it
I
gets
want
it.
to press the space button and I will be in front of
No
Carlos,
thanks.
so I don't have to wait him, because he always will block you if you are behind him. Because he stays, he starts talking, and you have to wait him. So in order to avoid all of that, we just like go in front of him and wait him
Are
here.
you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys are the ones who caused all of
Even better if when you get through this door, if you make it in front of Carlos in this way, you can actually use him. He'll like jettison you forward if you can just stand in front of him for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
segment when you come down the stairs.
Yeah, it's very funny, right? Like you just stand up and he starts pushing you all the way. So in Resident Evil 3 Remake, there's a dodge mechanic, and that was when I was pressing space. Not any other Resident Evil game before Resident Evil 3, and even in the classic one, has a dodge mechanic. And in Resident Evil 3 Remake, it's called perfect dodge, because you have to time it correctly, and you will make a roll, and then the time will kind of stop, like some kind of matrix, and you can start shooting very, very fast for like 2 or 3
And
seconds.
how do I do that?
Let's start by restoring power.
Speaking of time stopping, a really interesting thing that occurs in Resident Evil 3 that you don't really see very much in the other remakes. Granted, you don't really use the radio very much either. But whenever Jill is talking to Carlos or anybody on the radio, the in-game timer stops. So
Yeah.
for the sake of IGT, it's actually very useful to try and immediately get to a position where you're talking to Carlos or someone on the phone, and then stay there as long as you can until the next actionable thing comes up.
Yeah, exactly. So right here, that can be a little dangerous. So I messed up a little. That zombie shouldn't have aggro to me. And that happens because I was hacking the left side instead of the right side. What should have happened is that the zombie on the left side will never aggro, and only the zombie that was hitting will aggro. Right here, just hack the left side and you will avoid all the zombies. They won't jump to you for some reason, even on hardcore. And I'm just gonna shoot to the electricity in order to disable all those enemies. And this is called stair skating, what I'm doing, aiming and re-enable the aiming over and over again. It's called stair skating because you start going very, very fast in the stairs. And it was invented in Resident Evil 1 Remake, but then in Resident Evil, I messed up, in Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 2 Remake is on a different way to perform it. Like, it just save you a couple of seconds instead of just like running up or running down the stairs. It's not like a big amount of time that you will save with that.
Right.
So
yeah, it's very small, but over a run, it adds up quite substantially.
Yeah, so right here we find the first upgrade for the handgun. The handgun will be the weapon that will have the most upgrades in this game. I think it has 4 upgrades, if I'm not wrong, or 3. No, it has 3 upgrades, and 2 of them are given by Nemesis. So the first section of the game in Resident Evil 3 Remake, it's kinda about of chores you have to make. And even more if you want to go like super safe. Because I'm going to grab the shotgun before I start going to the Drain Demons. That is the worst part in this game. That a lot of no damage runners gave up this game because of that part. Because it's very random and it's very annoying.
Yeah, compared to the classic Resident Evil 3, where the basement occurs somewhere like 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the run, here it's like a good 10 minutes into the run, so yeah, it's very discouraging for a lot of people trying to get through it quickly or without being hit even.
Yeah, right. So that zombie shouldn't have been there. He's usually in the like not watching you, so he's not a threat, and you can just like enter to this place immediately. But sometimes he's there and you have to kill him or perfect dodge him. Unfortunately, in hardcore, I believe it's kinda harder to perfect dodge because the enemies are kinda slow. So the timing is very different than on Nightmare and Inferno. Because on Nightmare and Inferno they are very fast, and I believe the perfect dodge is like more consistent on those difficulties than on hardcore or standard.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, and it's all especially true with Nemesis as well. For each tier of difficulty that you move up, Nemesis has taken a bath and even more espresso that morning. Like, he gets so fast on Inferno mode.
Yeah, he's like Jesus for me because he's so damn fast. Makes the Superman falling and start chasing the insanely fast, and he's very scary in those difficulties. So right here we just pick up the fire hose, and we're just gonna light off all this fire. And we can encounter right here one of the other UBCS friends from Carlos. But not right now. We just want the bolt cutters, and we're just gonna leave this part, because with the bolt cutters we're gonna find the shotgun in the game, and the shotgun will be very helpful for the train demons. Have to be careful with this zombie because he likes to like chasing you to the ladder. Of course, when you are on animations of going up the ladders or going down ladders, you have iframes, so the enemies cannot grab you or cannot inflict you any kind of damage, even Nemesis. But that only happens in the ladders, not on the stairs. In the stairs they can grab you or they can hit you. And the zombie that was sleeping right here will be now wake up. And we're just gonna shoot him right here. If you stand up in the door, he will never aggro. He's like, the aggro of him is when you enter to the room. But if you never enter to a room, he will never aggro, so you can freely kill him. And as I told you, it's about the chores, like just going back to the same place, pick up the shotgun. We're just gonna pick other things right there, right now. And then we're gonna go to the Drain Demos.
Which it's worth noting. There are all, Drain Demos in particular has one of the more obvious ones, but there are a lot of sequences in this game with scripted damage, or where it will appear as though Jill has taken damage. Like, she'll get beat up in a cutscene, and now she'll caution run for a while. But those are excusable examples.
Yeah, right. So, for example, that will be the perfect example in the Drain Demon section, because they will like inflict you with a parasite. And if you don't heal immediately, that will inflict damage. But you will see it right now. So we're just gonna kill the zombie. He always enter after you pick up the shotgun. He will never enter before that. And one zombie will wake up right here, but he's waking up, so we have time to pick up these goodies right here. Some handgun ammo. And just kill him with one shotgun shell. Very important to just use one, otherwise you won't have enough for this part.
It's actually a funny Easter egg. If you listen to the car, like the little police car, like right next door we just passed, if you listen to it, I believe it's making like a reference to Outbreak File 2 or File 1. I could be misquoting that, but it's basically like a direct rip from a line that occurs in one of the outbreaks. So it's kind of a cool Easter egg they included.
Yeah, I think it's Kevin, right, from Outbreak, who is like...
Yeah, I think so. For whichever map was like the RPD map, I think.
So the main reason we came here is because we want to pick up that hand grenade, and the most important thing is the shotgun shells. Because the shotgun shells and the shotgun will be our best friends in the Drain Demon section. Of course, it's possible to deal with the Drain Demons with just the handgun, even without weapons. But it's not very consistent, and you can get hit very easily. So on another match round, we want like to have the most consistent strats, right? But yeah, so since this part, I believe the game really starts. Because it was about a lot of chores before this. And here we will encounter Nikolai, who is a very bad person. The worst UBCS mercenary. And he's killing all his partners. All the soldiers from the UBCS. Because he's working for Umbrella.
There's a-
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a really funny bug. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it a bug, but it's more like an oversight with that room. When you regain control of Jill right after the Nikolai cutscene, if you book it straight to the door, you can observe him disappearing as the door is like closing.
Yeah. Like he vanished, right? Yeah, in a speedrun you watch that because you want to like immediately get out of the room, and he just like vanished from the other room.
Right, exactly. He Houdinis.
Yeah, so in order to avoid all these zombies, we're just gonna hack this left side. That zombie will always go to that part. And we're just gonna shoot this zombie in the leg. He will fall down, and we are good to go. You can perfect dodge him, of course. But again, on hardcore it's kinda more difficult. This is the first upgrade of the inventory in the game. And we arrived to the Drain Demons, the worst section of the game.
Smells like... Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
So we're just gonna pick up one grenade. This is mandatory for this part.
Everybody get your Arisor praise in chat. We're gonna need them because the spawns for the Drain Demos in this section are completely random. They can appear anywhere at any time.
Yeah, so the sound is the key in this part. Like you need to hear everything in this part in order to make it consistently. So Jill is infected with a parasite, as you can see, and if you don't heal, she will start taking damage every second. So she will vomit, she will
Gross.
be without the parasite. We're just gonna shoot here. There's one Dreamon coming from the ceiling. We have to look from the Dreamon here. He's not coming, so we are good to go. The third Drain Demon should be here. And we just kill him. After the third Drain Demon, they will despawn. And as you can hear, the music stops, and that means no Drain Demons are in the map. So you don't have to worry about anything.
Here we go.
But after the first generator, 4 Drain Demons will spawn. The first one will be here, and the other 3 will be around the corner. So we just killed this first one, and then we have to watch around the corner, because they can like be literally camping to you. So the fourth one is not here. He should be around the corners, so you need to be very, very careful. He must be here, I think. No. So he's hiding somewhere. You have to hear very carefully. Interesting. He was behind me. So after the fourth Drain Demon, they will despawn. The music stops. That's how you know they despawn. But after the fourth, the second generator, 5 Drain Demons will spawn. We're just gonna shoot here because sometimes someone pass through there. There will always be one spawning here, and there will be always. So I messed up right the shot right there. But yeah, I just killed 5 of them. So as you can hear, the music stops and the there are no Drain Demons in the map, so you don't have to worry about anything. After the third generator, 6 Drain Demons will spawn. So this rule about the 3, 4, 5, 6, it's only for... well, it works in Nightmare and Inferno, but in Nightmare and Inferno they start spawning very, very fast, so like you don't have the time to be calm. Like for example, on Nightmare and Inferno, they will already be spawning Drain Demons right now. You don't have enough time to go to the other generator. So after the third generator, 1 will spawn here. So just wait for him. And then 2 will come through this wall. You just kill them. If you're lucky enough, you can kill the one in the ceiling, but I wasn't lucky enough, so I'm just gonna be careful here. You have to be very, very careful here, because they like to camp around the corners and they will surprise you. So the music stops, that means there are no Drain Demons in the map. We are good to go. We will wait for this generator to re-enable, because we want to use for the last Drain Demon right here. So when this re-enables, we were just gonna pull this last one. Yeah, there we go. So we just pull this last generator and we start walking, watching to this Drain Demon's hole. he start walking, you just shoot to the generator, you equip the shotgun, and you wait them here. You have to be careful where are they. So they are around the corner. So as soon as you arrive here, you just shoot. There's one coming from the ceiling, but he's very far away from me, and that's it. That's the Drain Demons.
Okay.
That's what a flawless basement looks like, everybody.
So yeah, this section is very, very annoying when you don't know how it
Carlos,
works.
it's Jill. I've restored power to the subway.
But on hardcore, it's very consistent.
Next up is the traffic control
It's
system.
more
The subway complex
more of a
office.
hell on Nightmare and Inferno.
Fortunately, all I can tell you is that it's somewhere in the area.
You don't even know what building?
In fairness, though, a good chunk of the game is pretty brutalizing on Nightmare and Inferno. Those modes are just very unforgiving.
Yeah. So just some goodies in those lockers. And right here we'll encounter Nemesis again, and he will start chasing us. So what do you want to do? And hopefully this works. No, I messed up. You can avoid that stagger completely, but I just messed up. But let me focus right now a little. So you want to lure him to this electricity thing. You shoot to the electricity. You shoot this lady in the legs, so you will disable her. And just continue. So that stagger when Nemesis came through the wall, you can completely avoid that if you time it correctly, you dodge. Of course I messed up and I wasn't able to do it. Nemesis right here will come this part. You go back and you shoot to the barrel. In hardcore difficulty, because the DA is always in 9,000 and it doesn't go up 10,000, it always stays there. Nemesis will always die with one barrel or one hand grenade. Will never take you more than that. So we save some shell and shells for these two guys and just shoot them in the legs. You want to disable them. You need to be kind of fast because Nemesis will wake up and he can immediately teleport on that door and cover your entrance. Like, I think on hardcore you have like 30 seconds, something like that, before Nemesis wake up.
I think that's right. And he has several spots in town where he can functionally just teleport there. Like he'll just dash into a bus or something and then land in front of you.
Yeah, like Nemesis is programmed in the game to teleport in front of you every time he can. But that works with the camera. If you start watching to the floor, he will never teleport in front of you. So on higher difficulties or even on speedruns, you will see that speedrunners watch to the floor because of that main reason. Because if you are watching in front of you, Nemesis will teleport in front of you. But if you are watching to the floor, he will never teleport in front of you.
Right. Yeah. I think he shares some AI programming with how lickers behave in RE2 because they have like a similar functionality where if you're paying attention to them, they don't have access to certain moves.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of Resident Evil games use that same kind of programmation. Even on Resident Evil 4 it works like that. Like in Resident Evil 4, if your camera is on the floor, the bowgun guys tend to miss the shots.
Oh, and let's not forget about the dog puzzle, which can be completely negated by thinking something is interesting in the sky.
Yeah. So right here we just save almost everything, I think. I forget something. Yeah, I forget the supply case from Nemesis, I think. But it's okay, don't worry. It's not the end of the world. So Nemesis appears here. We just aim directly to the generator. When he appears on the camera, we shoot. We equip a grenade. We throw the grenade. And we just kill the parasite because the parasite can attack us. Nemesis is down, so we don't have to worry about him. And these zombies can be, so they are in a perfect position, they won't be a problem, so I don't have to shoot them. We'll just enter here to pick up more goodies. And this will be the last time we use the bolt cutters in the game. So in this game you can discard items when they are no longer useful. There's a zombie coming through from that police car, and right here there's the last fancy box. So right here there will be a lady, you have to shoot her in the face. Be careful if she starts falling down in front of you, she will stagger you. She won't inflict damage, but she will stagger you. When the music stops, it means Nemesis is awake, so you have to be careful about teleporting. And that parasite will always miss because you have iframes when you enter into the section, so he cannot grab you. But yeah, that was the first city section of the game. Now I'm not really sure which kind of upgrade of the handgun I miss from Nemesis. I hope it's not the extended magazine, because that can be a problem. But we'll see right now. Because Nemesis, when I make him fall down the first time with the barrel, he throws a supply case, which I think I forget to pick up. I'm not really sure. And then he throws another supply case when I throw him a grenade after the restaurant. And those two supply cases gives you upgrades for the handgun. I think I pick it up, yeah, we're good.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think it should be the first one he drops, and I think you grabbed it.
Yeah, I think I have grabbed it. Yeah, I grabbed it. I for some reason I thought I didn't grab it. Yeah, it's cool. So because we have the lockpick will be useful until the hospital section of the part, which is like almost at the end of the game. So right here, it's very possible that I will get hit, because sometimes Nemesis can be a little nasty.
Come on, you creepy ass stalker. You want stars?
It's actually one aspect of this room that's extra disappointing. It's especially noticeable on the higher difficulties, just because Nemesis is so much faster. But when she says the iconic, "Do you want stars? I'll give you stars," he can actually run up and immediately hit her so that she doesn't even say the line.
Yeah, and it counts like the dialogue, right?
Yeah, do you want stars? Is pretty much how it goes.
Yeah, it's very fun. So of course the staggers doesn't count as damage, but they count as a hit for Team Hitless, for example. But I'm just making a no damage run, I'm not making a no hit run. And of course you can avoid that stagger just by getting a little more far away from the barrel when you are about to shoot it. Alright, so we arrived to the sewers. In the sewer section there's a new kind of BOW that it's introduced in the game. And it's called the Hunter Gamma. So there are several of hunters in Resident Evil. Like the most known hunter are the Hunter Alpha that appears in Resident Evil 1 and a bunch of all other Resident Evil games. But in Resident Evil 3, even in the classic one, Hunter Gammas appear. And they are some kind of frogs. Like, it's very, I know, kind of disgusting. Think how they made them. But this enemy, even on the easiest difficulty that is assisted in this game, they will one-shot you. They won't just inflict damage, they will kill you immediately. It doesn't matter with what difficulty you're playing.
I think I may be in the minority here, but I really like this enemy redesign. Because it's essentially they tried to combine Gammas and Gravedigger, because he doesn't appear in this game, but he may as well, because of these things.
So the strat I'm gonna use here is just deplete all my handgun ammo. And as you can see, when I was 0 of handgun ammo, I use the magazine, I combine it directly with the handgun, and that gives me free ammunition. And that works with every weapon in this game that has capacity upgrades. So you can have free ammo if you do that. And it's very helpful. So we're just gonna leave the hand grenade because we will need that space. And right here you pick up the grenade launcher that comes with 2 flame rounds. So something interesting about this, that if you don't pick up the grenade launcher right here at this part of the game, the grenade launcher will spawn after or before Nemesis 2 fight. And if you don't pick it up there, the grenade launcher will spawn in the lab. And the interesting part about that is that if you pick up before Nemesis 2, the grenade launcher will have 4 flame rounds. And if you pick it up in the lab, it will have 6 flame rounds.
Talk about your return on investment. I actually didn't even know that.
So some flame rounds right here, and we're just gonna make more flame rounds. So in this game, like in the classic, the crafting system, it's beautiful because you can almost create any kind of ammunition, even grenades. Oh, I don't have space, so I'm just gonna do this. So for example, there's 2 kinds of explosives, explosives A and explosive B. And it depends which one you combine with the other. You will make flame rounds, you will make explosive rounds, or you will make acid rounds. And the gunpowders are for handgun ammunition, for magnum ammunition, and for the shotgun shells. But after we pick up this battery pack, 3 Hunter Gamma will spawn. So in speedrun, you will see that speedrunners just dodge these Hunter's Gamma. They don't care about shooting them. But because in hardcore difficulty there's a lot of ammunition, the most convenient way to avoid them is just killing them. So you have to worry about dodging them.
And even for the speed run, I would say this probably occurs almost regardless of difficulty because of one move they have where they basically just jump backwards, but their entire body is a hitbox when they do it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Dodging it is incredibly awkward.
Yeah, and they inflict you damage with their tails, so it's very annoying. Even when you dodge the first out attack from them, they will attack you again. But yeah, that's the silver section of the game. Oh no, sorry. There's one more Hunter Gamma. It's right here. That wasn't the last one.
This guy's more of a jump scare.
Yeah, but of course, for example, on Infernal difficulty, you are kind of forced to dodge them because you don't have the ammunition to kill them. Like, you cannot afford to kill them in that difficulty. But yeah, that was the last Hunter Gamma of the game. Unfortunately, the Hunter's Gamma doesn't appear anymore in the game. This is the only time they appear. So entering here is not mandatory, it's only for some goodies, like an explosive A, side pack, and gunpowder. Never forget about the battery, because it's very common to forget the battery. And you need this to continue with the game.
That battery may be single-handedly responsible for more resets than the Gammas. At least in the context of speedrunning.
Yeah. Yeah, because they forget about it and it's very annoying.
Carlos, can you hear me now?
Jill. Oh, thank God. Everything okay?
So
Yeah,
unlike in
I'm
the
alive.
classic one,
I lost it.
Resident Evil, sorry, Nemesis will appear here with a flamethrower instead of the rocket launcher. He will appear with the rocket launcher later. But right here, as you can see, he has a flamethrower. And for some reason, he likes to play with Jill. He doesn't kill her immediately, because he was able to kill her there. But he didn't.
use weapons?
So right here, there's another explosive A. We'll combine 2 explosive A's to make explosive rounds. And this is a cool trick about the grenade launcher. You can cancel completely the witch ammunition of the grenade launcher just by swapping the weapons. And you will see me doing this more for Nemesis 3 fight.
I gotta get out. Quick.
So we need to go to the roof of this building. And there we will fight the first boss encounter of the game, which is Nemesis 1. Like it's literally incinerating the whole building just to catch him. So for this boss fight, there's plenty of struts. I'm just gonna use the old one because there's a new one with the handgun, but I never practiced that strat, so I'm just gonna use the old one, which is using the explosive rounds and a hand grenade. And we're just gonna pick up this hand grenade from here.
As I understand it, the tried and true strategy is just the old ring around the rosy. You just use the structure in the center to keep him off of you.
So we're just gonna reload explosive rounds. We're gonna wait until he depletes his fuel from his flamethrower. And when he depletes, we can just shoot him 3 times with explosive rounds. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. So it's cool, I think it's okay. We just have to wait until this generator regenerates.
It's still kicking?
I think it's not gonna regenerate in time. I received damage. Yeah, that's 1 hit. No, no, it's not a hit. I'm cool. I'm at 100 HP. That was just an stagger, yeah.
Carlos, it's Jill.
I can show you right here. Because this is still green. It will be kinda yellow or like a light green if I receive damage. But I'm using the SRT on the other screen. I'm watching that Jill has one. It's at 100% HP, so that wasn't damage.
Yeah,
it looks like damage.
Similar to Resident Evil 2, there's a lot of animations that can occur on your character that they count as a stagger, but they're not damage.
Yeah. So what happened bad on that fight is that for some reason I wasn't able to shoot him the third explosive round because he dodged him. That almost never happened. I think I was a little late, and that was why that happened. Because after the third explosive round, we just throw him a hand grenade, and you will destroy his fuel, and he will stagger. And then you just go to the generator, shoot the generator, you will stagger him, throw him a hand grenade, and shoot him 2 times with the shotgun. That's the strat. Because he like literally dodged my third explosive round, and the explosive round go directly to the generator. Like the whole strat was messed up, and I had to improvise. Just gonna make some space here and pick up all the goodies from Kendo Shop. So from everyone that plays Resident Evil 2 Remake, you're gonna remember this part of the game. So if you wonder, Resident Evil 3 happens, like the first section of Resident Evil 3, before Gilles is infected with the T-virus, that is going to happen right now. Happens before all the Resident Evil 2 history happens. And the second section of Resident Evil 3, after Gilles is vaccinated from that virus, happens after Resident Evil 2. So right here, I'm just gonna shoot one explosive round because this guy sometimes can patrol and will attack you even when you shoot him with the shotgun.
Oh yeah,
And
this
it's gonna
guy's
come back.
scary.
So I think I'm just gonna be a little low on explosive rounds maybe for the last boss fight, but we'll see. So there's a thing that you can do on this part in hardcore, and will immediately defeat Nemesis. I'm just gonna quick turn, and you just throw the hand grenade, and he's disabled. Because on hardcore, he will always be disabled with just one hand grenade. You're good to go. You don't have to worry about the rockets. But this only works on hardcore, of course. On Nightmare and Inferno, you cannot do this because of the DA. DA stands for difficulty adjustment, by the way. The better you do in the game, the harder it gets. So right here looks like Jill takes damage, because she literally receives a rocket in front of her. But she's not damaged, she will like start walking normally right now.
Right, and yeah, and this is also an example of where, like, she's running in caution, but she hasn't taken any damage at all.
I think I know how to slow that fucker down. Head back towards the station.
And lead him right to you?
It's okay. Trust me.
Right, so right here there will be a kind of funny cutscene, like it's like from The Simpsons.
This is insane.
Like a big head will start chasing us, and we're just gonna start skate down. We're just gonna wait for the head. When we have space, we're just gonna start running. We're just gonna equip the hand grenade, and we're gonna wait for the Superman falling from Nemesis. We're gonna throw him the hand grenade, and we're gonna get close to him and pick up the supply case. And this is the last supply case that Nemesis can give you in the game. It has exactly flame rounds. That will be helpful for the boss fight. Well, those are hang-on bullets, but I'm just not gonna pick them up. Not really necessary. Nemesis will appear behind us for some reason. And yeah, there ends like the whole city section of the game.
Carlos, I know we didn't get off to a great start, but thanks for the save.
And this is a perfect example how Carlos
saved my ass
stops,
first.
start talking,
Hell of a lot
and he
braver than me.
didn't give you space to continue.
Well,
So you
what
just have to
matters
wait
is
for
that we
him.
can get everyone out of the city now.
Yeah, Carlos is probably the greatest defender in this game of chewing the scenery. He'll really just make you stand around for quite some time.
What about you?
From the sound of it, I won't be catching the train.
Why not?
No, there'll be new orders. If it means I can help save the city, it's fine by me.
Right, so for some reason in the new patch, I'm using the old patch by the way, I'm not using the new one with the enhanced graphics. And this is mainly because of this, because for some reason my computer and with the new patch, Carlos section crashed the game. I don't know why.
All right, keep your head screwed on, Romeo. This is the police station.
You sure?
But we start with Carlos, and Carlos came here searching for a scientist
Don't get soft.
that is supposed to be in the RPD. And they need that scientist because he can make the vaccine from the T-virus. And this is Brad, by the way. Like the last star that left in Raccoon City.
These stars.
In the remake, unfortunately, Brad is not killed by Nemesis.
Where'd that
He's
cop
killed
go?
by a random zombie.
Don't know, don't care. We got a job to do.
But in the classic, he's killed by
If our
Nemesis.
intel's still worth a damn, then Bard's in the stars
One,
office.
one
Find
Brad
him and take him
sort
into
of like
custody.
Easter egg that I really like in this game is even if you beat him up outside, when you're passing through the liquor hallway or the hallway where you would
Carlos,
see the first
take a look at
liquor
this.
in vanilla, You'll actually see him just like moseying about outside the window.
Guard had access to
Yeah,
Umbrella's darkest
that's right.
secrets.
And on Nightmare
also
Inferno,
tried to
he
keep him
appears in
under
the
So
armory
this search and
after you
rescue
pick up
mission's really
the
more
battery,
like find
and you have to
detain.
defeat him again.
Right. Good to know.
I'll open the shutter so you can get through.
You stay here and find out what's been going on here at the station.
Call you if I find anything. Hey!
So that cutscene, by the way, is not
Yeah.
possible to skip it.
Too bad.
You have to wait for it. And the main reason we pick up Brad's keycard is because there's a lot of boxes in the RPD that you can open with it, and it gives you ammunition and an upgrade for the machine gun.
What the
So
hell
right
was
here it
that
explains you why this police officer is dead there when Leon arrives to the RPD. There will be one zombie in this corner. We have to disable
thing? Here we
him.
go.
Just shoot him in the leg until he's disabled. I'm just gonna make a white curve and we're just gonna push that zombie. So Carlos, instead of having a dodge mechanic like Jill, he has a punch, like a Falcon punch thing.
You copy? There's something real.
Yeah, he'll either hit him with the Ray Lewis shoulder tackle or the Falcon punch, depending on your timing.
And the timing is very different as well. Like, it's not the same timing like when you dodge enemies with Jill. She's dead. I think she's dead. So there's one zombie around the corner, so you have to be careful about him. Because he likes to aggro before the shit he's there. He scared me, man.
That guy is an actual jump scare zombie.
So there's something very interesting with this game. When you open and reopen the door, they like teleport to the other part of the section. So after we kill all these guys, we're just gonna stand up right here because zombies will came through from the office, the main office. And you have to be careful with your ammunition here because if you deplete all your ammunition, the zombies can crowd you, and of course they will grab you when you will be reloading your weapon. So I'm just gonna be extremely careful here because I want to save some ammunition. This is a cool trick with the knife. If they like move a little when you knife them in the floor, that means they still have HP. But when you knife them and they don't move at all like this, it means they don't have HP. So you are good to go. That is very helpful when you are not using the SRT and for console players as well. So this is the last upgrade for the machine gun. I'm just gonna kill this guy and pick up more goodies. And something very interesting about this puzzle is that it's the same like in Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's 9, 15, 7. Like all the puzzles in the RPD are the same.
They also take some pains to explain how that gigantic hole in the wall on the second floor got there.
Up shooting
Oh
cops.
yeah.
Carlos, the STAR's office is up ahead. Copy that.
So this is zombies alive, by the way. So we're just gonna kill him and we're just gonna continue. Here's the key that we need in order to open the armory. And we're just gonna go to this locker and open it for more ammunition. Combination is DCM. And after we pick up that key, one leaker will spawn downstairs. can keep running here until you arrive to that specific pillar. You can run, but if you continue running after that pillar, the leaker will immediately aggro when you encounter him. So we're just gonna walk. He will appear, and we're just gonna open the door and enter immediately because he's literally on our side. And we can run inside of this part because he will never enter to the armory. And there are 3 lockers we can open, 104, 106, and 109. The important one is 106, if I remember correctly. No, it's 104, because it's the one that has the battery. The other 2 are extra for just ammunition and a hand grenade. So there's a zombie right here. It's not necessary to kill him, just disable him. We will get out of the armory walking again because the leaker is behind us. And after we arrive to this specific pillar, we can start running. I think even earlier you can start running. More ammunition in this locker, like we are leaving Leon without anything for Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Oh, don't worry. Canonically, Mr. X goes around and replaces all of the drops by the time they get there.
So this is the main reason there's a big hole in the wall in the bathroom, because Carlos just make it explode in order to arrive to the STARS office. So after the cutscene, we're just gonna throw a flashbang, and we're gonna hack the right side because there's a zombie in the floor that can grab you sometimes. And we're just gonna make a Falcon punch right here. We're just gonna hack the left side, and we will enter to the STARS office immediately. And that's Carlos 1.
This'll take some time.
That's a clean RPD.
So for some reason, when the enemies are staggered by anything, you can Falcon punch them freely. Right, so we are back with Jill. By the way, the train derailed because Nikolai... how do you say this? Like, Nikolai leave them when Nemesis arrived to the train.
Yeah, he basically sabotages Jill and Mikhail by locking the door so they can't escape.
Come in.
Yeah, exactly. And the whole work they make in the beginning of the game, because the whole work that Jill and Carlos was make for the train was in order to save people, because there was survivors there, but everyone died, unfortunately, because Nemesis arrived and killed literally everyone. So right here we just need the flame rounds, the mine rounds, the shotgun, and the handgun, just in case the handgun, because right now there will be the second boss fight with Nemesis, which is some kind of dog. Like, it's very strange, his evolution that he has. So we're just gonna kill these 3 zombies and get out from this part. I think someone raided us, but I wasn't able to see who it was. Thank you so much for the raid.
Yes, it was actually True Sound. True Sound, thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated for bringing
Oh, thank you so much,
128
True Sound.
viewers. Thank you, man.
So the first part of Nemesis 2 is just pressing W, some kind of quick time event. And after this, the real boss fight will start. And we're just gonna skip this, we're gonna throw a flame round, we're gonna get close to him and start shooting him with a shotgun. When we are out of shotgun shells, we're gonna get far away from him, we're gonna dodge the auto-attack he throws, we're gonna equip the flame round again, shoot him, and we're gonna reload the shotgun when he's staggered. I'm gonna continue shooting him.
One thing that's really nice about flame rounds, I don't know if it's exclusive to this difficulty or not, but pretty much every time you hit him with a flame round, it will stagger him for the first phase of his fight.
So after he screams and staggers you, he will always start running through the walls. So you have to exchange the mine rounds, and you have to throw one main round right here, exchange the flame rounds again. Be careful to reload your shotgun before all of this. And when it explodes, you shoot one flame round right here, he will be on fire and you start shooting him. When you're out of shotgun shells, you're just gonna reload, take some space between your nemesis, equip the grenade launcher again with flame rounds. When he's out of flame, you shoot him again. I'm just gonna use the handgun because I don't have enough shotgun shells here. So he's gonna go through the walls again, and we're just gonna make the same. That's Nemesis too.
Carlos, you still there? Come on, you're gonna crap out on me now? God damn it.
So maybe I would be able to do it a little faster, but I was slow on shotgun shells. There's also shotgun shells in the scenario that you can pick up, but I didn't make it, of course. Like there's here one, and this will only be open when Nemesis start running through the walls, because this door will be locked otherwise. Just gonna exchange to the mines, and we're just gonna continue with the game. And Jill right here is infected with the T-Virus by Nemesis, and that cutscene. And Carlos saved her and carry her to the nearest hospital. And right now, Carlos will make the vaccine, or will try to find it. In the classic, he makes the vaccine. In the remake, he just find it. So we're just gonna kill these zombies. And I'm just gonna try to save some ammunition, because there's a very nasty part in this section with the hunters. That everything can go wrong if I miss the hand grenade. Hopefully I won't miss. But if I miss the hand grenade, I will need a lot of machine gun ammunition. So I'm just gonna be very careful with my ammunition right here, just in case. So this zombie is also alive. Of course, when you shoot him in the heads, you will inflict them more damage than when you shoot him in the body. There's one zombie coming through the door. And that's all the zombies right here. So in the hospital, we'll encounter another kind of BOW that is the Hunter Alpha. The same kind of hunters that are in Resident Evil 1. And this is because maybe you wonder why there are BOWs in the hospital. And this is mainly because there's a laboratory below the hospital. Like a secret umbrella laboratory. So the main reason the zombies didn't aggro or doesn't aggro here are because you are stand up right in the door. And they are not programmed to aggro if you are not inside the room, you know. So that's the main reason they don't aggro to you. But if I enter to the room a little, they will aggro immediately to me. So it's some kind of cheese that you can use against them.
I would like to interrupt to say that Wolfgang has donated $23 with no comment. Well, thank you so much for those $23. Much appreciated. In fact, we're really close to those the $100 goal. We're basically around $14.13, 30 cents. Not that far. Get your those donations in. This is going for a good cause. Remember, even $1, it's enough.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. So we just kill all the zombies right there because we don't want to deal with them when we go back, because we need to backtrack the whole section in order to give Jill the vaccine. So we don't want nasty surprises. We're just gonna like literally clean the whole hospital. And also because this is hardcore, let me remind this, yeah, it's here.
And now we're approaching the nasty segment of the hospital. It can go pretty safely, but hunters are not fun to deal with.
Yeah. Like if I throw a little wrong the grenade, I will need a lot of ammunition. So the zombies that are knocking the doors right now, they will never come through until you pass this section. So you pass this section and they will come through the doors. There are 3 zombies that you have to deal with it. One on the left side and 2 on the right side. So the one on the left side is not a problem because he's stuck in the desk. So I'm very slow right here because I want to save some ammo. Yeah, once you kill all these 3 zombies, you're good to go. Right here, I'm just gonna pick up this ammo before I continue, and we need to jump over this window. We're gonna find an upgrade for the machine gun that will give us precision. Exactly, will give us precision for the assault rifle. And the key. Once you pick up the key, hunters will spawn upstairs. Not before. So we're just gonna combine this with the assault rifle, and this magazine will help like the same when we were fighting Hunter Gamma in the sewers with Jill. Will give us free ammunition if we combine it when we are at 0 in our assault rifle. So we're gonna use it later. This room, there's only the rifle ammo and handgun ammunition. So that's the main reason I entered here. There's nothing more important. And right now you will see, I think you can watch Mr. X hat here, shiny, if I'm correct. I think in one of the lockers there's Mr. X hat, right?
I think that's correct in this room. I think it's one of these in the back.
By the way, I want to mention
Yeah,
that in this room right here, in this locker room, when I was doing a run, I actually opened a locker by accident, and when I had to come back, I think I was as Jill, I noticed that the zombie was not inside the locker, and it turned out to be really bad. So that's a pretty spooky moment.
Yeah, I would wake up in a cold sweat over that.
Alright, so this is the main reason we didn't combine the magazine, because as you can see, when I was at 0 ammunition, I just combined and I have free ammunition and free load. So I was able to continue shooting to the hunter. So that hunter, you can just avoid him by looking to the ceiling. But I just want to show you how to do that specific strat. Because in this game, for some reason, when you look up, the hunters are not able to attack you. Except for this room, and this room they can attack you because they are very, very close to you.
Yeah, this room, no matter what type of run you were doing, is always scary, just because of their placement. Like they're both pretty much fixed on the door, so when you go in, you have to be immediately ready to take action.
Alright, so we arrived to the section. So the backup strat will be get out, because when you get out, you are safe. So I'm just gonna open this door, and I'm gonna get very close to the door. I'm gonna open the door, I'm just gonna throw the hand grenade and pray that it will hit both of them, or at least one. Nice, it hit both of them. So I'm just gonna wait in this door. Just gonna make this very, very safe. Come on, Carlos. Okay, one is down. And the other should be around the corner. Okay, cool. So this part is very scary because if you miss the hand grenade, you can even literally not hit any of them and they will be full HP, and you need a lot of rifle ammo. There's another strat that implies using flashbangs. But to be honest, I don't know how it works, and I think it's a little more inconsistent for no damage
it's
run.
a lot. Right, it's a lot more dangerous. They have a move similar to Mr. X where they'll just kind of flail and it can still hit you.
So because we have the key card, those zombies from the window will came through. But we want all the ammunition that is inside this surgery room. So this is the main reason we enter here. And we're just gonna kill all those zombies for Jill, so Jill won't have to deal with them. We're just gonna discard all the key items that are no longer useful. We're just gonna wait for the zombies. So this is kind of bad because the four enter at the same time. But here you can have fun, you don't have to save a lot of ammunition, so you can just continue shooting no matter what. Like the main reason I was saving ammunition was because of those two hunters that I killed before. And here's there a very funny dialogue from
All I wanted to know was what the documents were doing in your office in the first place.
Who do you think
Nathaniel
you're talking
Bart,
to?
but I'm just gonna skip it.
Goddamn Nathaniel Bart. I'm the best file.
You can skip the half of the dialogue if you want.
Bard. Tyrell. Bard's dead. He's been shot.
Shit. And the vaccine?
So cutscene here after you read the letter.
Is it here?
And the vaccine is right here.
All right.
After you pick up the vaccine, one hunter will spawn outside this room.
I got it.
So you want to keep the flashbang.
I'm headed your way.
Be careful.
I'm just gonna skip the radio. Just run and you throw the flashbang. Like the game will force your camera to the right when the hunters start falling down from the ceiling, and that's the time when you want to throw the flashbang, not before, not later. And the main reason you throw the flashbang is because if you don't throw the flashbang, the hunter will start chasing you, and it's possible that he will hit you when you're opening that door.
And now we're approaching the most run and gun section of the entire game, the would-be cabin section.
Yeah, it's cabin in Resident Evil 3 Remake. So for those that doesn't know, the cabin is like the most annoying part in Resident Evil 4.
I'm out there.
And this is very similar.
Okay. Now the fun shit begins.
So we're just gonna pick up all the goodies. We are going to stand up right here and start killing everyone. Because the first phase, there's a lot of enemies that came through the windows. So you cannot take the luxury to kill them like very slowly. You want to kill them fast. Once you clean up the room, you can start using the handgun. So for some reason in this section the handgun deals more damage than the machine gun. Like every zombie will take between 5 to 7 bullets to kill them. So it's very good that you use your handgun first before you deplete all your ammunition of your rifle. So leave your rifle for the end of the section. And they will come through from all the 4 windows, but from this window they barely come through. Like every 3 waves, something like that, one zombie come through that specific window. But they will always come through from these 3 windows that are in front of Carlos. So unfortunately, there's not like a way to skip all this section. You have to deal with all the zombies always, even on a speedrun. Like on a speedrun, there's a way to do it a little faster, and that's only because they kill the enemies faster. Like if you kill the enemies faster, of course the section will last less time. But it's not like an insane amount of time that you save.
Right, the time save is really marginal even then.
Alright, so when the lights go off, you want to kill the zombies that are entering. When you hear the door knocking, you want to enter to your menu. You want to equip your hand grenade, and you just aim and throw it. You kill the hunter. You equip your rifle. You light, and you just kill a zombie that came through the ceiling. For some reason, there's a hole. That's why. And of course, you need to be careful because zombies can be around the corner. That was very, very close, to be honest. You just repeat again. Like the hunters in hardcore difficulty will always die with just one hand grenade. They will never take you more than one hand grenade. But yeah, sometimes on hardcore, but it's very rarely. It doesn't happen very often. Parasite zombies will start entering to this part. Hopefully I will be able to show you that, guys. I'm not really sure if they will appear. Oh, there's one here. So yeah, sometimes parasite zombies enter, or sometimes the zombies became parasites. So when Tyrell says almost got it, you have like exactly 30 seconds, even slightly like 3 or more seconds, and a hunter will enter from this window. So you can start counting after Tyrell says almost got it, if you want. Like I used to do that when I was making these runs the first time. Because I was very scared about the hunter, because he will enter and immediately start chasing you, so you have like literally very low time to stagger him or kill him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the electricity, I'm going to stagger him, and I'm just going to throw him. Oh, I messed up, dude. Yeah, dude. Alright, it's cool. We're cool. So I have to improvise again because I messed up. But
that was a really smooth recovery.
So we're just gonna shoot to the electricity, pick up the C4, and use it here, or the detonator. And there's something very funny you can do here. When they stop getting electrocuted, you can play the red light, green light game with them. Like that's the red light, sorry, the green light, and you use the red light with the flashbangs, and they are staggered again. But you can kill them if you have enough ammunition with a rifle. You can have fun, of course, and the electricity will be again activated, and you can just continue to do that. That's the backup strat if you are low on ammunition, or maybe you don't have ammunition. But yeah, that was Carlos too, and that's the last time we played with Carlos, unfortunately, in this game. So the first handgun is no longer useful in the game, so I'm just gonna save it. I'm gonna save the shed ammunition, like not all the ammunition. And the only things we need are mines, the new handgun, and the shotgun with like not so many shotgun shells, to be honest. Because we're gonna encounter like 12 right now. So, with Carlos we didn't kill one hunter, the hunter that I blind after I came through the surgery room. And that hunter will be right now in the surgery room. Like literally inside the surgery room. So we want to kill him right now. But before that, we will go for Bart and pick up the explosive beam. That's the only thing we can pick up there. So it works exactly the same like with the zombies. Like when you enter, you shoot. By the way, the hunters can also dodge the projectiles that you throw, like Nemesis. If that happens, what you want to do for the backup strat here is you want to get out of the room and re-enter, and the hunter will be right here. So with Jill, the hospital section, it's only about pick up goodies and the Magnum. Okay. So these zombies with Carlos, they didn't have HP for some reason, but with Jill they have HP. So you want to kill them. Even one of them is already wake up. And this is the main reason we didn't bring all the shotgun shells, because right here we found 12.
Yeah, the hospital. If you're willing to go back through, the hospital rewards you with a great amount of reset ammunition for Jill.
Yeah. So right now there's one more hunter for some reason that I don't know where he came from. Like literally, he came from the part where Tyrell is right now. So I don't know. Maybe Tyrell let him pass. But there's one more hunter that come through from that section. So yeah, so the Magnum in hardcore difficulty will be more useful for the laboratory, specifically for the pale heads that are some kind of new type of zombies. I don't know exactly the lore about the pale heads. Maybe Shiny know.
I think they're meant to be like the new adaptation of kind of like nudists, except they added the benefit that they can regenerate. So whenever they like start steaming, they're just getting health back.
Yeah, exactly. Which reminds me about the regenerators of Resident Evil 4. But yeah, mainly...
Oh,
yeah,
sorry. I should clarify. When I say nudist, I just mean the naked zombies you see at the end of classic Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
And in some cases, just so everyone knows what I mean when I say that. Sorry, in the community, that's usually what we call them. But just
yeah, the orgy room, right? On Resident Evil.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's an infamous room in Resident Evil 1 Classic. That it's literally a room full of just naked zombies for some reason.
Capcom just can't help but shove a few in every game.
But yeah, mainly the Magnum will be useful for those specific enemies, because the Magnum will always one-shot them. The other weapons will like leave them with 20% and they will start regenerating and will take you more ammunition. So one hunter will come here. And as you can see, for some reason he came through here. I don't know why. Because it's supposed that Tyrell is there. But anyway, that's the hospital section. We can now discard the lockpick, it's no longer necessary.
Oh, this must be the way underground.
Alright, so we are in the storage section of the game before we arrive to Nest 2. I'm gonna take the time to explain about the switch ammunition cancellation. So when you switch the ammunition of the grenade launcher, as you can see, Jill makes all that animation, right?
How is it no one in the hospital?
Like she literally start exchanging grenade by grenade. And what you can do in this game, and it's a very cool trick, is you can completely cancel all that animation just by swapping your weapons. Like you just do this. Like you press the switch ammunition button and you exchange the other and it's already switched. As you can see. And this will be very, very helpful for exactly Nemesis 3 for boss fights. So we're just gonna leave this. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Just in case, I'm just gonna pick up more of this. Yeah. Right, so the most scary part of this part are the dogs and the hunter that will appear. Because 2 dogs will appear immediately after an stagger animation, and sometimes it won't give you enough time to react and shoot them. So what we are going to do is we will gonna place mine rounds,
But I'm afraid our game's
and the mine rounds will make the work for us.
This is over.
So these are the pit heads, by the way. Now there's another cool trick in the storage that you can use to your advantage in order to not wake up these zombies after you pick up the last fuse. So if you don't want... Right now I cannot kill them because they don't have HP values. But if I leave this fuse for the end, they will have HP values and I will be able to kill them before they wake up. So that's a very cool trick that you can use.
And it's a nearly mandatory one if your aim is not to be hit, because they don't look like it now, but they'll turn into parasite head zombies, or some of them will.
So that was a dog that it's literally after the stagger animation, and sometimes you don't have time to aim and shoot, and he can immediately attack you. So that's why we place the mines there, just for precaution, you know.
No, wait.
But besides that, the mine I think is no longer useful in the game. Like, there's nothing else you can do with the mine, to be honest. With the mine, sorry. So what we are doing right now is we need to pick up the 3 fuses in order to regain electricity in the elevator. And there's one here. The first one I already showed you where is it. And the second one is on a very specific place where there's not like a lot of place to dodge enemies, and there will be one hunter in front of us that you will see it right now. So there are zombies came through from this storage, and there will be one hunter gamma, and yeah, I lied. This is the last hunter gamma of the game. It wasn't the one in the sewers. I completely forget about this hunter gamma, sorry. But as you can see, when you are in the ladders, you have iframes, so they cannot kill you, they cannot attack you or anything. Right here we're gonna find the last upgrade for the shotgun. This upgrade, what it's going to do is are going to allow us to reload the shotgun faster, like every 2 shotgun shells at the same time. That will be very helpful for the last Nemesis boss fight as well. Sorry, the Nemesis 3, not the last one. So as you can see, the pale head takes a lot of ammunition because he starts regenerating after he shoots the first shot. So right here I don't have acid rounds for some reason. I'm just gonna make them. I think I have enough things. Nope, I don't have. Yeah, I think I forget about one explosive. It's okay, I think. We're just gonna kill him.
This part is also a little bit scary.
Yeah, so in this section, what you want to chip is have acid rounds, but for some reason I didn't have one explosive B. I think I combined one of them to make more flame rounds by mistake. But when you combine 2 explosive Bs, you have acid rounds. And what the acid rounds does to the hunters is that they literally disable them completely. Like they start covering their faces and they don't do anything. So right now, as you can see, I can just kill the zombies because they have already HP values. So I don't have to worry about them becoming parasites because they will become parasites after I pick up the last fuse. Of course, it takes more time to do this instead of just picking up that fuse at the beginning. But it's the safest strat to perform here.
That is exactly right. And nobody's a hero an hour and a half into a run. You know, the 4-second time save isn't worth it.
Yeah.
All right, here goes.
Oh shit, sorry. Alright, so right now we will arrive to the last section of the game, that is Nest 2.
Shit, he got away.
And there will be one scary, very, very scary part on that section. That will be the hunters again. Maybe hunters are the most scary part of this game, to be honest. And we need like everything, almost everything here, except of the handgun ammunition. I'm just gonna take the... I don't know if I need this, to be honest. All the shot and shells, and yeah, we're good to go. So Tyrell will appear here. For some reason, when Tyrell opens this door, we are not able to run. It's like the game wants to force you to go behind Tyrell. Because if you try to run, the game won't allow you to do it. So what we are going to do is we're just gonna use the dodge button.
Sure you don't need to stop?
Stop and do what? I got your back.
All right, let's get this done.
It wouldn't be worthwhile to do in this context because we're not in a hurry, but there's actually a bug in that room where if you shoot, I think it's like if you shoot an explosive round on the ground and it staggers Jill, it'll like skip, it'll make it like you just got to the door immediately.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a trick. You pretty much would only ever need it for speedrunning, but it saves you like 2 seconds in that room.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I didn't know that. Right, so we are right to Nest 2, which is a secret laboratory of Umbrella where they make their BOWs. And what we want to find here is the vaccine of the T-virus again. Because the government want to nuke Raccoon City. Raccoon City, like literally they want to nuke Raccoon City. Because the infection is too much. So Jill and Tyrell make some kind of negotiation, maybe you can call it. And if they find the vaccine in certain amount of time, they will be able to stop the nuke of the city. And of course they will save a lot of people because there must be people that is hiding. There must be survivors, right? Oh, there's one regenerating then. I missed the shot there.
Fun fact about this enemy type, the slower that they are moving, the lower on HP they are. And I mean, like, literally all their animations will just start, like, slow to a crawl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So Jill needs to find two ingredients, you can call it, for the vaccine. One is here and the other one is on the other side. Oh, I forget about this guy. Oh yeah, and I forget about this one too. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, there's a bunch of pale heads right here, which will be very, very annoying if you don't have the Magnum. So this is the first part of the game that it gives you acid rounds if you don't combine two explosive bees to make them by yourself.
And it gives them to you for good reason, because this next segment you absolutely want at least a few.
Yeah. So in hardcore difficulty is the only... well, maybe standard too, I don't know. But talking about the 3 highest difficulties, and hardcore is the only one that has a zombie here. Nightmare and Inferno, there's not a zombie there. For some reason. Right here you can see the main enemy of the game. That is the Tyrant that appears in the 3 classic Resident Evils. Well, in this Resident Evil, Nemesis is a Tyrant with the Nemesis Parasite, but it's still being a Tyrant. So I'm just gonna throw mines here. Oh, I missed. And I'm just gonna kill everyone with the shotgun. You're out of munition, take some space. And yeah, that's all. This lady will wake up, just kill her. And you pick up the explosives. There's an explosive A and there's an explosive B outside. I'm just gonna pick up right now. I'm just gonna combine 2 explosive Bs to make some acid rounds. Oh, but I didn't bring the explosive B. Yeah, I messed up. It's cool, I think. We can fix it. Somehow. Right, so hardcore difficulty, there will spawn 3 hunters, 2 in front of you and 1 behind Jill. So for the first 2 ones, you want to run, go backwards, you want to aim and wait until they get close together, and you shoot the acid round. Just wait until the acid round makes it works, and you shoot another one. And that should kill them. Oh, here it was the second explosive B. I completely forget about this. But yeah, that's... Like, if you have more acid rounds, you can do the same for the third one, like I did with the first two hunters. And as you can see, you completely disable them with the acid rounds. Like they...
And that room doesn't... It's not as easy as Ares just made it look. Like, you have to line those 2 up, like, right next to each other. Like, really next to each other. For the splash to hit both of them and keep them stunned. So it's very particular because hunters have a lot of options for moving out of the way or dodging what you can do or just being unpredictable. So that was really good execution.
Yeah, because they like to start jumping through everything that they can find in the environment, and they will dodge your grenades like that.
Yeah, I think the most frustrating move that they have in their arsenal is the instant backstep.
Yeah, that too. So once you pick up the vaccine, Nemesis will appear. You want to escape from Nest, but he will appear again. He doesn't give up by anything. He's committed to kill you. Right, so we arrived to the Nemesis 3 boss fight. What we want here are... I'm just gonna change this. We're just gonna save all the mines, and we're gonna make... I think I don't have... Yeah, I just can make more flame rounds, unfortunately.
This incoming fight features probably the single most frustrating bug in the whole game, and I don't think it appears in any of the other fights, but during this fight, the camera will focus unusually close on Jill, and I mean really, really close, like to the point where it's kind of difficult to see what you're meant to be doing, but it only seems to occur specifically in this fight.
What in God's name is this place?
Yeah. So right here I'm gonna use the trick that I told you about, the switch ammo cancellation. And I'm just gonna spar perma-stun Nemesis, but I think I'm kinda low on explosive rounds. No, I think I'm okay. But we'll see right now. So it's very important you enter to the fight with flame rounds. And you shoot him one time, you grip your shotgun, get close to him, and start shooting him. Once you deplete your ammo, you will get away from him. You keep your flame around again. You reload your shotgun. You take time here. And what you want to do is you want to throw him one flame round after the cutscene, or sorry, before the cutscene, because for some reason in the cutscene, Nemesis is still taking damage from the fire.
Good idea.
And after the cutscene, you throw him another one, and you cancel the scream. You keep your shotgun because zombies will start spawning here. So the first one will spawn here. Hello.
Watch it, you've got company.
Come out and play, shitbird.
Now, rip that
So there's a zombie alive here, but I can't find him. Where is he? So I don't know where is the other zombie. Maybe it bugged and he's dead. Janie, maybe you can explain this strat, please.
Oh, this is functionally similar to what we mentioned earlier during the clock tower fight. Essentially, as long as you continuously hit him with flame rounds, like there's like you basically just keep him 100% stun. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, that's very strange. I don't know why she's here there. I'm just gonna kill her right now. So I messed up. But it's okay. Like I literally...
Here comes some more. Number 5, I got this.
So he should be dead with that acid from Carlos.
Not what I intended to hit. Well, I'll take it.
No, he's not dead. Okay, it was very close. That shouldn't happen, but I was like more focused on the zombie that didn't die, and I was looking behind me all the time, and I messed up the timing of Permastone Nemesis. But thankfully,
Once again, though, really clean recovery.
yeah, I think 3 times I almost got hit here. I'm blessed with this run, but thank you, man. But yeah, basically the strategy is what I was doing until he dies. You can do until he dies if you have enough explosive and flame rounds. But I messed up. So right now it comes the last Nemesis boss fight. It's some kind of Dark Souls fight. Because he's some kind of gigantic thing.
Yeah, this is probably the only fight in the game that really forces you into using the dodge mechanic for some aspects, because when he does his big overhead slam or overhand slam move, it will hit you unless you. Oh,
I missed the shot. Yeah, that was me, but well, almost clean.
yeah, very unfortunate. But yeah, that's the exact move I was talking about.
Power sources.
Oh no, I think I'm not... I don't have enough time because I'm damaged, so I'm just gonna go and heal. And we're just gonna make another phase.
So to explain what Ares was going for there, that was very unfortunate, but basically what he was after was to cycle him. You can knock him over, and then the moment he's about to fall, you can push the first grid back in, and then immediately dash over and push the second grid. It
Yeah.
functionally makes it so that you don't have to do the fight for as long as they meant for you to do it.
Yeah, but because I was damaged, I wasn't able to ripe. And that acid counts as damage as well. Nemesis making damage with that acid. Unfortunately.
And yeah, and that acid is very random as well. It doesn't do damage instantly, but it's almost certain that you'll do damage if a pile of it lands on you. So this is probably one of the scariest rooms in any mode to try and avoid taking damage completely, because there's no super consistent way to deal with it if you just get unlucky.
But yeah, that's basically the fight. So Nemesis has 1, 2, I think it's 4 kind of auto attacks in this boss fight. I can't remember correctly.
I think it's 4. He has the rolling punches, the predicted slam, and then he has like the obvious swipe and his grab, which he'll do if you try to push one of the things without knocking him over.
Which is kinda which can make him hit you very easily here, and even more if you like practice a lot Nightmare and Inferno. It's that Nemesis on hardcore is very slow, so it's kind of hard to predict the perfect dodge.
Right, yeah. This fight on Inferno is incredibly unpleasant. It really does become like a Dark Souls fight. You have to respect practically everything he does because he's so sped up.
Yeah, and on Nightmare he literally leaves you with 1 HP, but on Inferno he one-shot you. Like any attack will kill you.
Yep, exactly. You'll immediately be comboed to death.
But yeah, that was 2 damage, by the way, Blasty, because the acid inflicted me damage. So the acid, as Shiny was saying, sometimes inflicts damage and some other times it only staggers you. And it depends how the projectile arrived to you. Alright. But yeah, that was Resident Evil 2 Remake. Almost no damage. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, guys. And thank you so much, Shiny, for helping me commentating the run. Thank you so much,
Absolutely,
Blasty, for giving me the time.
GG's. It was a very, very good run.
Anytime. Any shoutouts you want to do before you leave?
Yeah, of course, shoutouts to Shiny, first of all, for being here helping me. And shoutouts to everyone that was always also helping me when I was practicing. Shoutouts to Matt the Rock, who teach me a lot, Carcinogenous DA, Eater, like the gods of Resident Evil, you know. But yeah, thank you so much. Shoutouts to you, Blasty, too, for making this and giving me the time to showing this run to the people. And shoutouts to everyone for the donations and for being here watching.